Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis and Arundel County and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and, of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Monday, September 21st, 2020. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief. Boy, I hope you had a fantastic weekend like I did, and I'll tell you the weather was great. Thank you to George Young from DCMDVA Weather for that forecast. And I was just looking back, and this is the fourth weekend in a row that we've had perfect weather. And the long range looks pretty good for next weekend as well. Are we still in Maryland? Late last week, County Executive Steuart Pittman announced a comprehensive strategy to provide legal assistance, information, and referrals for county renters in response to the COVID-19 pandemic and the expected increase in the number of households that are going to be facing evictions. They brought together a team of nonprofit organizations, experienced attorneys to educate and represent people who are facing eviction, and they're calling it Operation Eviction Intervention. They're working with the Arundel Community Development Services, and they've hired a full-time attorney to join the eviction prevention program in Lisa Sarrow, who was, until recently, the attorney for Maryland Legal Aid. For community legal services, the county has contributed $42,000 to hire a dedicated attorney to specialize in working with tenants and landlords. The Fair Housing Action Center of Maryland will hire additional staff to support their tenant and fair housing intake line, and the county will be contributing $35,000 to that. And the Maryland Legal Aid Anne Arundel office will provide legal assistance to tenant-landlord cases for very low-income county residents, and the county is investing $50,000 in that one. So there is some help if you are facing eviction in Anne Arundel County, probably a little bit more if you qualify on the lower income. County Executive Steuart Pittman also announced on Friday that he is going to allow theaters and performance venues to reopen beginning this Friday, September 25th. He announced it a week early to allow theaters and venues time to prepare their facilities and get staff in place for opening this Friday. Both indoor and outdoor venues. Indoor venues will be limited to 50% capacity or 100 people, whichever is less. And same as outdoor as far as the capacity goes. Both of them do also need to comply with appropriate health and safety protocols, social distancing, masking, etc. So that's great news, especially for Ramps Head on stage. Also on Friday, Governor Larry Hogan marked the beginning of the first ever Maryland Restaurant Week by announcing expanded capacity for indoor dining. Effective today at 5 p.m., indoor operations at restaurants may increase from 50 to 75%. Strangely enough, he went down to Annapolis and visited McGarvey's Saloon, did a photo op with our mayor, and presented a proclamation recognizing Friday, September 18th through the 27th as Maryland Restaurant Week. And he did spend several times in different recovery zones in Annapolis where restaurants, bars, and shops have all figured out ways to safely get back to business. Why I say strangely is because Anne Arundel County has weighed in and will not follow the governor's latest directive. So bars and restaurants in Anne Arundel County, including the city of Annapolis, are currently restricted to 50% capacity for the near future, as well as ceasing indoor operations at 10 p.m. And again, also on Friday, the Hogan administration announced $3.78 million in this year's fiscal budget to support bicycle safety access improvements for projects all across the state. This is all part of the MDOT's Kim Lamphere Bikeways Network program, which was founded in 2011. And since the program's inception, every county in Maryland has received Bikeways awards totaling $24 million for 160 projects, of which 114 have been completed. What can we expect to see in the local area? Well, the city of Annapolis is going to have money to evaluate and engineer solutions for key gaps in the city's, quote, low-stress bicycle network. And up in the county, they are going to be designing the BWI Trail Spur Extension. It's that trail that goes around BWI, which will extend to the Nursery Road Light Rail Station in Anne Arundel County. With that complete, you would be able to ride from Annapolis up to the light rail in Linthicum and take the light rail into Baltimore. Pretty cool. And with the cooler weather, and it is the first few days of fall, you want to make sure you check out SmokyMountains.com. They are the guru. They are the word on fall foliage. They do have a fall foliage prediction map, and it says that here in Maryland, the best week to get out and see the leaves is going to be October 26th. So you want to put that on your calendar. And the major factors that determine the fall foliage peak are sunlight, precipitation, soil moisture, and temperature. The map takes in 50,000 predictive data sets and churns out a county-by-county analysis of when the fall peak will occur. It's really kind of a fascinating look if you like maps and you like data. Again, SmokyMountains.com is the website, and that's SMOKY. All right, that does wrap it up for the news today. Please make sure you're checking out EyeOnAnnapolis.net throughout the day for updates to these stories and more. If you are someplace you can leave us a rating or a review, please do that. And let your friends, family, and colleagues all know how to get a hold of us, how to subscribe, and how to get it delivered right to their phone or to their iPad or whatever they're listening to. It is Monday, so of course we have Ann Alsina here with your Money Monday report. We have George Young with your local DC MDVA weather. And all of that is coming up in just 1 minute, but here is Rick Peters from Solar Energy Services.
Hello, energy consumers. This is Rick Peters, president of Solar Energy Services. Have you been looking for ways to save money recently? Maybe you should consider solar energy for your home. Or are you waiting for the technology to get cheaper? If so, how long are you going to wait? Today's solar costs less than 20% of what it cost 10 years ago. But while solar prices have declined every year, so have the financial incentives. Bottom line, if you wait for cheaper solar, you're also waiting for lower incentives. Take my home, for example. My solar system was installed in 2010, and it's been paid off for almost 5 years, and I no longer have to buy any electricity for another 15 to 20 years. If I waited for cheaper solar, I'd still be paying an electric bill. At Solar Energy Services, we have thousands of satisfied customers who are sure glad they didn't wait. So what are you waiting for? Sunshine's a wasted. Call us today for a free solar design at 410-923-6090 or on the web at solarsaves.net.
Sunshine, sunshine, nothing else can make me feel so fine.
When you live near Annapolis, you know how fickle the weather can be. So you need a truly local forecast that's accurate and reliable. Forecast right here in Annapolis. DCMDVA weather is not just for today, but for the rest of the week and the weekend too. Now here's George Young of DCMDVA weather with the weather outlook for today and beyond.
Hey everyone, this is George with DCMDVA Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Monday, September 21st. It was yet another great weather weekend for the Annapolis region, with max sunshine and cool but comfortable temps in the 60s each day. And we will see more of the same today before more sunshine and low to mid-70s tomorrow, followed by continued sunny and dry conditions Wednesday through the rest of the week and the weekend ahead, with highs Wednesday through Sunday in the upper 70s to lower 80s each day, as high pressure remains in control for much of the eastern United States, keeping sunshine in the mix each day as we move through the last 10 days of the month. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young of DCMDVA Weather. Make it a great day out there. Stay healthy and be safe. And be sure to get our free app on all of your devices by searching DCMDVA Weather in the Apple or Google App Stores. And also follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and use our website each day at dcmdvaweather.com, so you can always stay weather informed.
The Anne Arundel Economic Development Corporation wants to remind you that amid this global coronavirus pandemic, we've got to band together and care for those around us, support our community and the businesses that have worked so hard to safely reopen. So show some love for the shops selling the stuff that we can't get anywhere else, and the restaurants that sell food that's even better than home. And remember that the money that we spend here can keep Anne Arundel County strong. And by wearing masks and social distancing, we can keep workers safe and businesses open. So for our neighborhood, for our town, for our county, shop safe, shop local, shop Arundel Biz. Visit arundelbiz.org.
You work hard for your money. Is your money working hard for you? Managing and investing, it can be confusing. Ann Alsina, a financial planner from CovingtonAlsina, has been helping people make sense of it all for over 17 years. Are you ready? Now here's your Monday Money Report.
This is Ann Alsina of CovingtonAlsina with your Monday Money Report. The market declined about 1% last week. While unemployment claims continue to decline, the Federal Reserve Bank reaffirmed they will keep interest rates low until inflation increases, and probably for the next few years at least. We also saw the impact of quadruple witching, when options and futures on stocks and indexes are set to expire, causing market swings. And finally, rising trade tensions with China have added to the uncertainty. On the flip side of that, we've gotten some questions lately about annuities, which are all about certainty. There are more varieties of annuities than we have time to discuss. It's kind of like the list of shrimp recipes Bubba gives Forrest Gump. With that in mind, there are some basics you should know. An annuity is an insurance product, and the best explanation is in comparison to life insurance. Life insurance creates an estate. You pass away, and there is a lump sum of money for your heirs. Life insurance also protects against dying too soon. An annuity is the opposite. It liquidates an estate, in that you give the insurance company a lump sum of money, and they give you regular payments over a set period of time, often for life. Annuities also protect you from living too long, in a financial sense. You could put annuities into one of 4 boxes. If you draw a grid, one side would have fixed versus variable, and the other would have immediate versus deferred. If we break down each of these options, a fixed annuity is one that is not invested in the market. The insurance company pays a set interest rate, which is credited to your account balance. A variable annuity is one that is invested in securities. Technically, we call the investments held in annuities separate accounts. They work much like mutual funds, but they are only available through an insurance product. We call them separate accounts because they are separate from the insurance carrier's general fund. There's a type of fixed annuity that seems to straddle the line between them, although it is a fixed product. Indexed annuities are fixed annuities, but the interest that the insurance company pays you is based on the performance of one or more stock market indices. On the other side of the box, immediate annuities are those that begin paying out an income stream immediately. Deferred annuities allow you to invest your money and turn on income later, or even never. Annuities are also tax advantaged. Any growth inside the annuity is not taxed until you take it out from the annuity. When you do take it out, how it is taxed depends on the distribution method. If you annuitize the contract, meaning you are just going to be taking a regular income stream, each payment is a combination of a return of principal, you're getting your own money back, which is not taxed, and gains, increases in the account value, which is taxed as ordinary income. If you just take money out, whether that is a regular distribution or an occasional lump sum, the gains come out first and are fully taxed as ordinary income. And if you take a lump sum out prior to 59.5, there is a 10% penalty for early withdrawal. Another basic annuity fact you should know is the surrender period. When an insurance carrier issues an annuity, there is a minimum time period they expect to keep your money. This time period is called the surrender period. If you cash out the annuity during that time, there is a penalty or surrender charge. Similar to a CD, where the interest rate increases with the length of the CD, fixed annuities usually pay higher rates with longer terms. While the industry has begun to introduce advisory annuities, or products where the client pays a fee to the advisor for managing their money, most annuities are sold on a commission basis, where the annuity company pays the advisor. With a commission product, there is usually an upfront commission, which can be as much as 7%, and then annual payments known as trails. Usually, the bigger the upfront commission, the lower the annual trails. Why would someone purchase an annuity? Most of the time, an annuity is purchased for the guaranteed income stream. That guarantee is backed by the claims-paying ability of the insurance carrier. Sometimes the industry will refer to this as a private pension. You are giving part of your assets to an insurance company to create a monthly payment. We also use fixed annuities as a cash replacement, meaning it's a reasonably safe place to hold money with a guaranteed interest rate. Finally, you might consider an annuity for tax deferral. Investment-only variable annuities, or annuities without any of the bells and whistles, can allow you to invest in the market while deferring taxes on the gains until you take the money out. Feel free to reach out to us with questions on annuities, or to discuss why or why not to purchase one. As independent financial planners, we have a variety of resources and no proprietary products. We also have some great educational events over the next 2 months, including virtual talks on healthcare and retirement, Social Security, and our Retire on Purpose and Women, Wine, and Wisdom seminars. You can register for these and more on our website, CovingtonAlsina.com, or check out our Facebook page to learn more. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC. Investment advice offered through Great Valley Advisor Group, a registered investment advisor. CovingtonAlsina and Great Valley Advisor Group are separate entities from LPL Financial. All performance references historical and is no guarantee of future results. All indices are unmanaged and may not be invested into directly. Fixed and variable annuities are suitable for long-term investing, such as retirement investing. Gains from tax-deferred investments are taxable as ordinary income upon withdrawal. Guarantees are based on claims-paying ability of the issuing company. Withdrawals made prior to age 59.5 are subject to a 10% IRS tax penalty, and surrender charges may apply. Variable annuities are subject to market risk and may lose value. The opinions voiced in this show are for general information only and are not intended to provide specific advice or recommendations for any individual. To determine which strategies or investments may be appropriate for you, consult with your attorney, accountant, and financial advisor or tax advisor prior to investing. And if you don't have a financial advisor, come talk to us. This is Ann Alsina with Covington Alsina.
You You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues, this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at Eye on Annapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.